John, we've got a term at ANN that may not be exactly PC, but it says it all when we see an airplane that just kind of gets us serious willies. This is pure plane porn. How did you do this?
Jim, it was really a kind of a mission statement. We've always been admired by the old Mollicoops, and the radial engine that was initial with the Kitfox back in the early days. The round cowl actually became trade dress to Kitfox, as you know. Well, the Series 7 Supersport, while we still had the round cowl availability, the radial engine was never a function. The radial cowl stuck as trade dress, but the radial engine never came about. Rotec Engineering with the 7-cylinder radial, we struck up a deal with them and decided to create the bump cowl that you see behind us today for an actual radial engine as it was intended, and kind of reach for the Mollicoop look.
It's stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. How long did it take you to put this together?
Just a little under a year. Me and Mark Smith, Judd Parker, great guys to work with, and we kind of just went at it and made it happen. It's a basic Kitfox Series 7 Supersport fuselage, same wing. It's an optional gear, and the entire firewall forward package is now available for the 7-cylinder Rotec.
What's been your experience with the Rotec?
Really too soon to say. I've got about 55 hours on it, 14 of which we're flying out here from Homedale, Idaho. It's about a 1,500-mile trip. So far, it's been a great little engine. It sounds like a radial at idle, it smokes like a radial at startup, and it marks its territory when it stops for the day. So it's been fun, and it's entertaining when you get up to the fuel pits and people come out to check out the airplane wondering what it was. Of course, then they're stunned by it being a Kitfox, and as we've had comments here at the show pretty readily, they said, wow, Kitfox actually did what they started to do years ago.
All things old may be new again.
Yes, they are. And we actually went for that retro look, both with the gear system and the instrument panel with the white face gauges of old, along with a nice glass 696 for navigation purposes coming out.
Now, another moment of freedom from Cirrus Aircraft. Freedom through safety. Perhaps the ultimate freedom is confidence, assurance, and peace of mind. We design it into every personal aircraft we build. It's the security that comes with knowing you're flying the plane with a parachute, the breakthrough concept that launched the Cirrus phenomenon.
So what's it going to take for Joe Q Average to build one of these for himself? Talk about the packages, what's available, what it's going to cost, and then let's talk about what the airplane does.
Well, again, the Series 7 Supersport is the base model that we're working with here. Its current pricing is $18,985 for the firewall back. As you know, we have firewall forward packages both for the Continental 0200, IO240, the Lycoming 0235, 0233, Jabiru 3300, the Rotex packages, the 80 horse, 100 horse, or the 914, and now...
For God's sakes, give us a choice, would you?
I'm sorry. The 7-cylinder Rotec radial is now also part of that fleet. So it's a base package. Anybody can put it on their airframe. If they chose in their middle of the build right now, they could actually turn their aircraft into a radial Mollicoop look if they wished. So the cost of the firewall forward package is $47.95, and that includes your oil tanks, throttles, everything you need to install the engine on the front of the airframe. And the engine through Rotec Engineering currently here at the show is on sale for $15,900.
Not bad. So you got yourself quite a package for a fairly reasonable price.
Absolutely. You can actually be well under the 50 range for a very nicely equipped airplane and done the way you want to.
What's the state of Kitfox these days? You've had it in your hot little hands now for a couple of years. You doing okay? You making it?
Kitfox aircraft is in absolutely great shape. We've been at it. This is our 5th Oshkosh, Jim, believe it or not. It's been that long. Right now we're booking kit orders in the November-December time frame. Our SLSA orders are booked into next year currently. The company is a solvent company, and we're debt-free. So not being leveraged helps us get through the lean times as well as the good times, and it's working out well for us.
There are various generations of Kitfox that were built over the years. How is the Kitfox available right now through you? What versions?
Okay. The Series 7 Supersport is our primary focus. The Classic 4 is still available. However, we've stopped kitting that particular model. Mainly, it's less than 1% of our total sales. Okay. The Series 7 Supersport can be in a tailwheel configuration or a tri-gear configuration. It is actually...
No, wait a second. Wait. Tri-gears for sissies.
Jim, I really do apologize for that. It was a mistake for me to even suggest that you would go with a tri-gear. I am reminded frequently that every time I put the little wheel in the back, it tries to get in the front. So we were just trying to help the process with some of our builders and folks out there so that they can go ahead and keep it in the front and keep it under control. The beautiful thing about it is it can actually be converted back and forth at any time. So it's...
And on this airplane, it actually looks really good.
Thank you. In both configurations.
Yes, indeed.
Integra Release 9 sets a new standard with the easiest to use pilot interface in all of general aviation. Access to any of Release 9's powerful capabilities is as simple as pressing the desired bidirectional page key. Pressing the same key in a desired direction navigates through the clearly labeled tabs with no more guessing as to what a given pilot input would do. Avidyne's Integra Release 9 is the next generation in fully integrated flight deck technology, and the easiest to use page and tab user interface is just one of the many benefits designed to make your flying easier and safer.
How's the SLSA program going?
SLSA program is actually going very well. We are almost handcrafting the aircraft for the builder. It's turned out very nice. We have one here on display, and that's operating in a flight school in Boise, Idaho as a primary flight trainer doing sport pilot training, mountain flying proficiency. So that's worked out really well. He's had it for a couple of months now, and he's approaching his 200 hour. Like, as I said earlier, we're actually orders into, I believe it is April of next year due to the show.
Now, your SLSA configuration right now goes for how much, and how is that equipped?
The SLSA, what we did is we set a base model equipped as a tri-gear or tail wheel, your choice, with a 912S, 100 horsepower. Base model, which is 91,205 FAR, so it's needle ball and airspeed, is 83.5 complete. And that's tail wheel or tri-gear, and then it options up from there. A nicely equipped one with glass is still under the 100,000 mark, and it's made 100% here in the U.S.
In other words, $30,000 to $50,000 less than anything equivalent.
Yes, sir. As you look at all the SLSAs that are available out there, and some very fine ones, I might add, they're all very expensive aircraft. The U.S. needs to step up and be one of the players in the field, and I think there's a couple of us out there that's done that effectively, and we continue to do that. We have designs that have been around. I mean, Jim, you know, we've been building SLSA aircraft for 26 years. We just didn't call them SLSA aircraft.
So what's next for Kitfox? What's the future look like? Outside of world domination, of course.
Yeah, well, the future looks really bright for Kitfox. We're doing very well. What's next on the plate? This is going to be a tough one to beat. Yeah. What is behind us right now was kind of a culmination and a dream. Phil Laker, bless his heart, and Bill Prokes were very, very adamant about working the round cowl. They did all the tooling on the round cowl. As you've seen, the leading edge on here is very smooth, which is unusual for the Kitfox. You always see the ribs on the Kitfox design, and Phil Laker developed that leading edge for this airframe, for this wing. And I really do want to give them credit for that, because they did a great job on the cowlings that we have behind us as well for our firewall forward package, as well as the leading edge. This is going to be a tough one to beat. We've got a few ideas in there. Maybe I'll pick your brain a little bit about what maybe you think.